Hello friends, today I'm going to show you a masterclass from Mikhail Tal. This game was played in Reykjavik chess tournament in 1987 between Mikhail Tal and Johann. In this game, Tal has given a complete chance to its opponent to knock him down. It's just kind of one of those games where you are one move away to checkmate, yet you never been able to cross the line. So let's go straight to the game where Tal started e4, e5 from John, knight f3, and knight c6. Bishop b5, Ruy Lopez, and a6, attacking onto this bishop. So bishop to a4, knight a6, f6, sorry, and white castles. I have shown you in my previous Ruy Lopez videos that this pawn cannot be captured from this knight. Black plays bishop to e7, rook e1, and attacking onto this bishop on b5. So bishop move to b3, and black also castles at this position. Here Tal played c3, making room for this bishop because black will be attacking onto this bishop one at some point. Here d6, so h3, preventing this bishop to come onto this g4 square. And so here black played knight to a5, here attacking onto this bishop, so bishop to c2, and then c5, increasing pressure onto the queen side from the black. I've been into this similar situations quite a lot, so this is a very interesting position. So here Mikhail Tal played d4 and allowed black to initiate the pawn exchanges here. So black played queen to c1 because black is eyeing to add pressure on this c2 bishop, light square bishop, once all the exchanges have been completed. So Mikhail Tal knew this is coming, so Mikhail Tal quickly maneuvered his knight to d2. Black played bishop to d7 and knight f1 because Mikhail Tal knew the pressure is coming onto this bishop. So he has this e3 square available for the knight to go and defend this bishop here. Here the exchanges starts, c takes d4 and c takes d4, and then rook to c8. Here, as I told you earlier, now attacking onto this bishop, so knight to e3, and then knight c6. So now it is forced for this for Mikhail Tal to move the pawn, as this pawn at d4 is under pressure, under attack from the two attackers on this. So d5 from Mikhail Tal, and then knight to b4, increasing another pressure onto this bishop at c2. So bishop goes to b1. So black played a5, continue as his advance onto the queen side. So Mikhail Tal also played a3, just to kick out this knight from this position. So nice knight goes to a6, and then b4 from Mikhail Tal. So friends, on this position, can black wins this pawn here? Pause the video and try to find out what happens if uh, a takes b4 and a takes b4. Can black capture this free pawn at b4? Pause the video and let me know. Ready? No, this cannot be done. So I'll show you a sample line here. Say for example here knight takes b4, and then bishop to d2, and then your knight is definitely going to fall. There is no way. All the squares are being blocked. This knight cannot go onto this c6 square. Neither goes to a6, neither goes to d3 or uh, c2 squares. So of course this you cannot do that. So from this position, black played g6, and then bishop to d2, where a takes b4 and a takes b4. The attack was onto this knight, undefended knight. So queen to b7. So bishop d3 was played, and then knight to c7 and knight to c2. The other knight goes to h5. So idea is this knight is trying to coming onto this uh, so f4 square. So bishop to e3. So Mikhail Tal is trying to play a7, where which will be an attacking onto this queen. So white offers queen exchanges, rook to a8, and Mikhail Tal moved his queen to d2 and connects both of his rooks. Friends, what would black play here? If I will be playing with black, I would play f5, forcing white to capture or move the bishop to h6, else f5 would be very devastated for the light square bishop. Anyways, let's go back to the game. In the game, black has captured rook at a1, and if white also captured from his rook, like rook to a1, then black will another offer another rook exchanges, and after both the rook exchanges, queen takes a8, uh, and then queen to c3, attacking onto this knight, and the game will be wide open for all three results. But in the game, Mikhail Tal captured his the rook by knight takes a1, and I don't know. I'm still trying to understand why Mikhail Tal has blocked his knight onto this very corner. But he will also answer you after a couple of moves. So let's wait and watch it. And the move which I was suggesting earlier now came f5, where Mikhail Tal attacked onto this rook by bishop to h6, which was blocked by the knight g7. I suggest, in my opinion, rook was much better placed either at a7 or at a8, or either at c8. Both are open files, but black preferred knight to g7, and then knight to b3 and f4, basically closing this bishop. Now is this bishop is very passive at the moment. The only thing he can do is to capture this knight. But knight to a5, look how quickly Mikhail Tal moved his knight from a very passive location to an attacking piece, and now knight is attacking onto this queen. So queen to b6 is played, and then rook to c1 and rook to a8, and now queen to c2, attacking pressure onto this knight, and this knight moves to knight to c8, and queen to b3 and bishop to f6. Here knight c6 was played, and black moved his knight to knight h5. I personally feel this knight at h5 is very passive and does not have any good squares to move to, so is not participating actively into this game. So here at this position, Mikhail Tal moved her queen to queen b2, where bishop exchanges was offered from the black. uh, Bishop to g7, bishop takes g7, and king takes g7. Friends, have a look at this. Queen is somehow into this diagonal where he can attack rooking onto the queen, so onto the king. So any discover check would be very devastating here, and this is what Mikhail Tal uh, does usually at his best. Moved his rook to rook c5. So let's assume if black tries to capture this, accepts his sacrifice, and d takes c5, but then knight takes e5, and a discovered attack is coming, and which can be blocked, say for example queen to f6, uh, but now b takes c5, and these three connected pass pawns would be very difficult for the black to digest and to handle. So let's go back to the game where black was not interested capturing this rook, and black moved queen to a6, but then rook takes b5, and another discovered attack is now coming, which is now on to the queen. So friends, in this position I would suggest the best move for black is to take this knight from the bishop, where d takes c6 and queen takes c6, and I think that was the best way to take the maximum compensation from this position. Friends, let's go back to the game where instead of capturing bishop knight from the bishop, black has played knight to c7, attack onto this rook. And here the move which came from Mikhail Tal was, I don't know. You need to understand why this move came in, and Mikhail Tal moved rook to b8. Yes, is offering a queen bishop sacrifice, and even after the bishop sacrifice, if you capture this rook, which is already defended from the knight. So if I am playing this match, I would rather uh, move queen to a1 check, which of course white has to take it, and then I will recapture it from the rook. So the only move either I can move bishop or move my king to h2. However, it was Mikhail Tal, so what black does here is, but in the game, John has captured the bishop at d3. So friends, if you're Mikhail Tal and if you have this position, what would be your best move? So pause the video here and find the move which was played by Mikhail Tal. Yes, Mikhail Tal played knight takes e5, and if you have guessed this move, congratulations, you are right on the track to become another Mikhail Tal. However, so now if you're playing with the black, would you capture this from your pawn at d6? But if not, another discover check is coming. So what the black does here is black has given a check, queen to d1, king to h2 from white, and then rook to a1 from the black. So friends, have a look at this. Queen to h1 is a checkmate because this square is being guarded from the pawn at f4. So this is why I've chosen the title of this entire video, uh, checkmate in one but yet so far. So you are now, what Mikhail Tal does here is absolutely a master class from here. First of all, knight to g4, so and check. So this is a check. A- Eighth rank is completely protected by the rook. This diagonal is being blocked by the queen. The squares h6 and f6 are blocked by the knight. So the only legal move available for the white is to move his king to f7. But then knight h6, and now again the eighth rank is blocked by the rook. The diagonal is blocked by the queen. e6 square is also being blocked by this pawn. So the only legal move available here is e7. And now knight to g8 check. Friends, look at the sequence here. Now the king cannot come onto e6. It cannot come onto f6. That cannot come onto the 8th rank at all. So the only legal move available at here is again king to f7. But on this position, the black has resigned because even after king to f7, knight to g5 is checkmate. So friends, let me know how you like this master class from Mikhail Tal. See, again, I've said this, black was just one move away to checkmate Mikhail Tal, but that move never came in. Let me know in the comments how you like this video. Do provide do subscribe my channel and give me your and do like the video. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.